What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Well, it's happened again. I've been shipwrecked. Where we started out oh so many years ago, deep inside the oceans of Stranded Deep, is now where I found myself once more because my crappy Cessna decided to fall apart on my way to investigate an island mystery. So today we're going to be taking a look at a project called Project Castaway. It's a one-man project that's seeking to create man versus nature, and also a little man versus monster action in the Stranded Deep style island survival genre. And we haven't been seeing a lot of survival games recently. I don't know if they've just kind of like tapered down or what, but there's been a real lack of man versus nature games lately. And unfortunately for me, that's one of my favorite genres. So today we're going to take a look at the game for better or worse. We're going to see whether or not it's something that's worth a coveted place on your wish list and whether or not it deserves to be purchased. I'm going to be doing my best to give you my first impressions along the way. You can find a link to the game down below along with all of my other associated links to things like Discord, Twitch streams, stuff like that. But let's make a landing on the island and see, oh, look at that, we got a title screen pop. We almost never get that during a first impressions video. Fantastic. Alright, well, having now just landed on an island, I'm guessing we're probably going to want to do the normal things that you do when you land on an island. Pick up some rocks, pick up some stones. I can smash this? Let's smoosh it. I smooshed it, and so now we've got stone shards. We've got not a whole lot to keep us company out here, and it looks like it's either evening or early in the morning. I'm not really too sure either. Don't have a compass, so I don't know what direction is west and what direction is east. But since the light appears to be accumulating, I'm going to guess that it's early in the morning. Probably like 5... Oh, it's at the top right-hand corner of the screen. It's 5:18 in the morning. All right, well... There you go. The mystery has been solved. I'm over here trying to be like, well, you know the sunlight right now is right about there in the 1/4 quadrant. It's on screen. All right, so we should be cool. We've got some metal sheets. We've got some cloth. I don't think that's pick-upable. I'll probably just leave this stuff all laying on the ground until I need it, because we've got a backpack inventory, and I've got limited space. You can see my sticks over here on the side, so it's obviously, from this, they've taken a little bit of inspiration from a game called Green Hell, which is a very good survival game, I guess? I like Green Hell, but I always hesitate to, recommend it, because Green Hell is a very specific sort of survival game that's all about just kind of, repetitive tasks being done out in the hinterland, rather than being a game that's all about action, action, action. But Green Hell's pretty good, and it still gets updates to this day, but that's definitely where I've seen that inventory before. How many sticks do I have? I have 3 sticks. All right, well, they've given me a handy-dandy book over here, which, once again, is also something that we've seen in Green Hell, Stranded Deep, those kinds of games, where we've got a crafting book that's going to have all the things that we can make in it. We've got tools, so it looks like we can get a hammer. We need a stone shard and a stick for that. Let's throw that together. I think we can make that happen. So there's my little working hammer right there. He honestly did a way better job with that hammer than I expected. Did he actually, flute that thing right there? Look at that, dude. He made that hammer right there with a joint. No cordage needed. There was a rope in the... Was there a rope in the recipe? Hold on, let's go back. There was not a rope in the recipe, so my man just fixed that thing together right there and did a great job with it. This is going to let us build and demolish stuff. The next thing that we need is we need a stone axe, and I actually wasn't aware of the fact that I had a rope anywhere. It says I have a rope. Oh, there's one. We included 1 rope inside of our starter gear, along with an orange juice and that stone shard that I just made. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we probably don't want to reappropriate that rope for anything but an axe, so I'm not gonna. What are my hotkeys right now? So 1 gives us a hammer, 2 gives us an axe. Okay, let's get to work chopping down some trees, because we need to make ourselves a little camp out here. I'm just going to do this like I would do it IRL. The things that I find to be priorities. We would like a shelter. That would be really good. I don't know where I get large sticks from, so we're going to have to figure that out. Palm fronds, but these aren't too bad to build in real life. So we should probably be able to pull it off. We need palm fronds for a bed. Long sticks. Probably going to come from this tree over here. Let's check out this chopping animation. Not terrible. Could be a lot worse, all things considered. But there's 2 long sticks, so we verified where those come from. Let's look for a good spot to kind of like pitch a tent here. You can tell from this berm that this is where the water level comes up to, so we don't want to be down and over there. I'm going to play this kind of like realistic style using my survival experience. We probably, I mean, I bet this gets overwashed right here due to the lack of plant growth. I bet you. But inside the video game, I bet that's not going to be weaponized. So we've got a nice little cave over here, actually. I'd be worried about lighting any fires inside of there, but it is a cave. Oh, we've got a scaffold over on that side, too. Okay, we'll investigate that in a minute. Let's start stacking up goodies over on this side that are going to help us out with our long-term survival, and then we'll figure out what we want to do next. To make a permanent campfire, we need 6 rocks and 5 small sticks. I'm going to deploy that here right now because I think this is going to be one of those things that we just can't get around. We have to have it. What is that, like a little hermit crab? Oh, it's a snail, just cruising along doing his snail stuff. All right, well, in water, in aqueous environments, I'd be careful with snails. So, like, I live in California, and I've been told that the California garden snail is like a delicacy throughout the world for escargot, a crab. Let's get him. Not a very good impact right there on that hit, but that's something that can be worked on. We're processing him out. Okay, what you're going to want to get right there is you're going to want to have some kind of animation. Him going down to cut with a knife, so on and so forth, if you have one. If you don't have a knife, he's just breaking the crab apart. But that should be a nice little meal that we picked up. I don't see a whole lot of stones. Manure. Okay, well, something's alive here then. So that may be a good thing to know. That may be a bad thing to know. There's a Tortuga over there, but I don't really want to murder him. Is that an alligator? Yeah, it looks like an alligator, like a snapping tortoise. He's got that long tail and he's got that long-ass head on him. I don't want to grab him. I feel like it's going to go poorly for me. There's one of our rocks. We got to find a few more, though, so let me chug around a little bit until I find some more rocks. Is that a Komodo dragon, dude? I think the... Oh, dude, he's hostile. He is a hostile Bromodo dragon. That's unfortunate, because one bite from that guy will kill you. At least in real life, it'll definitely kill you. I don't know what to do about him right now. I wasn't really prepared for being run up on by vicious creatures. I like that feedback when you smack him in the head, though. That's nice. Oh, he running now. He don't want the smoke anymore. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Komodo dragon. Get over here. Your dinner now. I don't know if I would eat a Komodo dragon. Just being real with you, like, Komodo dragons are filthy, filthy animals. Like, I'm pretty sure they kill their prey by biting and causing them to rot with, like, a toxin that they have inside there. Like, their mouths are so filthy that anything they bite just, like, dies of disease via rotting alive. And so I don't know if I would eat a Komodo dragon, even if I had a Komodo dragon corpse to process. I'm a little on the fence about that one. We've unfortunately fallen hungry. Are you aggressive, too? Because you definitely look like a snapping turtle. You're like one of those turtles that comes along while you're swimming out in the bayou and bites your peen off. Alright, so we need like 5 small sticks, and we need 6 stones. I got the large sticks for the shelter, but we're not there yet. Add the material. It doesn't look like in the current phase of development it adds them part by part, but they should definitely get that on in there so that they're on even footing with the rest of their competition. From that side, all we need is small sticks, and I'm going to have to figure out how to get small sticks. I don't think those bushes are harvestable right there, but we're kind of getting hungry right now. Maybe I can get myself a coconut off this tree. Occasionally while chopping the trees, it sounds like the sound effect bugs out and it just makes like a plit noise. Gonna want to get that fixed too. What happens if I process a log? I hit level 2 in melee, so it looks like there's character progression in here. And that gives me a number of large sticks. Okay, well, let's just take these back then, and we'll process these into smaller sticks. Smaller stick processing is just about concluded. I don't know how many small sticks I can carry, but getting a fire up and running is going to be real important, so I can add sticks to the fire. There's no more sticks that I can add? Do I need it? Tap F to quickly start your fire. Okay, I'd like to see an animation right there for either like a fire bow that you have to craft, or, you know, just like a normal plank and stick fire starter would be good. But it looks like we've got 10 hours of fire from 2 sticks. Doubt, but okay. It looks like we can slap some meat on there. So let's do it, man. I mean, we already got things done, and I'm actually surprised that worked the way that I thought it would work. Just clicking and dragging it onto the rocks. Looks like it cooks pretty quickly as well. This snail's trying to edge in on my meal. Like, please, man, it's been so long since I had a steak. I'm trying to get that Kobe out here. All right, so we've got a steak right there. We've got a steak right there. We've got a steak right there. No telling when we're going to get more food, but hey, go ahead and eat the steak, and it looks like our hunger meter's going up, and it looks like that maxed out our protein meter as well, which will probably be a good thing for us. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, we're not fully full up, but we're doing all right. What happens if I put a crab claw over here? Can I put the crab shell over there too? I've only ever eaten the legs of a crab. I've never eaten like the full body of a crab, but I guess there's levels of like New Englander that I haven't arrived at yet. All right, our stomach's filled up. We do need to figure out the water situation. I don't know exactly how we purify water too. So we've got metal barrel stoves over here. We've got campfires. We've got a furnace. What is happening? Why am I jiggling? Oh, dude, it's a bee? Get out of here. Get off me. Death animation needs a little bit of work. So far, the game's overall a little bit assetty, but like there's also like an attention to details from other games here that like show they're trying to do the stuff that other survival games are doing and like succeeding at it, like the cooking and whatnot. And so maybe it's just a question of like how long is this going to take to get put together. And let's go back down by the rocks over here because I saw a bottle laying around. What's inside this bottle right here? A note from a survivor. Where do I read that at? It's not in my inventory. Oh, dude, and the best thing ever, I found the head bob setting, dude. This game has entirely too much head bob. I'm really, really glad they decided to give it a disableable toggle, because I thought it was one of those things I was just going to have to live with. Next up, water. Right, water. Okay, so what can we do with water here? So there's different tabs up here we can play around with at the top. We've got utility items, a water collector, a fine piece of engineering to collect rainwater. So we need a turtle shell, we need banana leaves, we need large... Oh my god. I'm being attacked by something and I open the... The hell is that thing? A wolf spider? Those things aren't... I mean, where I live, wolf spiders are not aggressive. I don't even know where he came from. That is a large wolf spider, though. I've seen one that big up in the rafters of the barn on my parents' house where they live out in the country. Inside their old barn, there's a wolf spider that lived up in the rafters that was like cat-sized. The thing was ridiculous, dude. Since I need a turtle shell, sorry, turtle, you're gonna have to take one for the team over here. I don't want to murder you, but it's gonna have to happen. Turtles are shockingly more resilient than I expected. There we go, we got him. Let's process this guy. Our little turtley loot bag gave us some raw meat, which will keep us good for tomorrow. We got a tortoise shell right there, so that's super good because we need that for the water collector. Let's throw that on that side, and we'll just kind of like keep it in the area. For the water collector, I need banana leaves and a rope. All right, well, let's get the water collector right here. The best way to do it, in all honesty, is I bet there's water runoff off that cliff. If you can find the spot where it collects the most, you start seeing pools on the rocks over there and whatnot. You might be able to skip this process entirely by just putting a basin underneath it and having it collect for you, either from condensate or from just rain itself. Good thing we're in a tropical environment. It rains pretty frequently here. So I'm going to need a turtle shell. Let's add the turtle shell real fast. And I'll see where I can get the other stuff. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the basics right now before we do anything else, but I haven't seen anything that looks like banana leaves. So that is going to be a problem. If you don't know what a banana leaf looks like, it's kind of like a broadleaf. I mean, it's literally what it is, a broadleaf plantain. That's not a banana right there. It's got slits in it. Banana leaves don't have slits in them. This guy right here, this is our banana leaf. Can I get bananas off of it? I haven't really seen anything you can graze so far. Like, there's plants, but you have to destroy the plants each time to get the fruit out of them, rather than just, like, picking the fruit off the plant. But I will take a nooner, though. I'll take a banunu. That sounds pretty good, dude. I eat tons of bananas. I love bananas. Keep those cramps away. I work out. I'm kind of like a gym rat. I work out a lot. And one thing I've found is that, like, a banana a day, dude, keep them cramps from getting you. Banana leaves successfully accomplished. I was attacked by many spiders, though. And so I'm guessing we landed on, like, Spider Central. Because those spiders are not playing around with my business, dude. We've got our sticks over here. But we need 8 of them. And that kind of leaves me trying to get more rope. Humanity is probably the best place to get a rope. So let me finish off the stick deployment. And then we'll go up to the top of the scaffold over there, and we'll see if any of the remnants of humanity on the island have anything that might be useful. It also leads us to another problem. My axe is about to break, and I can't seem to find a way to fix it. And so I think the spinning wheel might be necessary. Are you telling me this man whittled this thing by himself? Okay, I don't know if I believe you, but, like, we need a metal sheet. I know where to get that. There's a bunch of metal sheets laying on the beach over here. As far as water goes, it looks like we can eat a coconut, and the coconut fills up our water pretty well. But as in real life, be careful eating too many coconuts. Coconuts are a natural laxative, and they can set you off on a terrible campaign of diarrhea. And diarrhea was one of the principal killers of, like, everybody before 1900. So, like, you know, watch out. There's our metal sheets right there laying down here on the beach. So we'll take those back. So then we got a couple of them. I'm guessing these cabinets and things that I'm finding around. I found like a cabinet, a sofa. I found a surfboard. I found a bunch of barrels. I'm guessing those are going to be used for raft building so that we can get to other islands. But for the moment, let's focus on the task at hand. Would you believe only 1 minute has gone by in in-game time while we've been playing this? I've been recording now for like 25 minutes. And 1 minute or 2 minutes have gone by. It's kind of crazy, right? Time should probably travel faster. Alright, now we just need small sticks, but I know not if I have the axe durability to get them. Well, I may have to put off my adventure here because I gotta find some rope. There's just really no way around it because we can't make another axe without a rope. And ain't no ropes around. So until we get our rope manufacturing up, it's possible that I had like a build order problem here. But the sun is up, it's 9 o'clock. I took a little nap first thing in the morning because what civilized human being wants to be awake at 5 in the morning? That's just a terrible mistake. No person ever has woken up at 5 in the morning and been like, ah, a fresh new day. The only thing you think when it's 5 in the morning and you have to get up is like, damn it, I gotta go to work. That's it. That's the only thought that follows. What is that right there? Bug repellent. Hopefully that'll keep all the random little critters and things off me. But if we're going to find ropes, the best place to find a manufactured product is going to be up here. So let's go see if we've got some fasteners available. So at the top of the hill, we've got a blueprint for an elite bird snare. I mean, thus far, so many animals have rushed me just like clamoring for death in battle that I don't think I'm going to be hurting for food anytime soon, but, like, I'll give it some thought. Climb to the top of that tower. All I need is, like, one rope, dude. That's all I need. What is that? A password lock. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Another blueprint right there. An advanced bird cage. You found a sticky note. View it in your journal. Where's my journal at? Apparently it's my crafting menu, so we can look at it in here. Is it in, like, the question mark area? Alright, the note says that a corporate worker used to work on this island somewhere, and that he put something that will help us survive inside the box, but we gotta find all of his sticky notes all over the island. So that's the way that that's gonna go. Some clipping of the axe through the ladder right there. That's definitely a polish issue that should be sorted out. Let's see what we got going on over here. An antenna. Huh. Okay. I can't interact with it, but there's another island over there. Looks like there's a little craggy spot over... Oh. That was almost bad. So it looks like, to my eye... Well, let's get all the way up to the top, and we'll figure it out. So all the way up at the top here, no ropes to be spoken of. That's bad. Can I just make ropes by hand? Can't do anything with the power box yet, so I'm guessing this is unimplemented content right here where you can use the antenna to scan it. It'll make more islands apparent on some kind of readout or something like that. There's a lighthouse over there. There's an island over there, and there's a little craggy expansion right there. Now, from what the developer has posted, I think there's only 3 or 4 islands in the current build of the alpha. Oh, he's got working ladders, though, that actually make you go down when you hold S instead of having to face down the ladder and press W, so that's good. That's a nice little detail. So I'm going to go into full-on scavenger mode now because we're hitting desperation levels of I need rope. I can make a knife, and it says I can use that to get smaller plants, but that's not going to help me with my stick gathering and whatnot. So I think, oh good, there's sharks out there too. That's a big shark, bro. Look at the size of that thing. Just cruising along the coast. Oh man, I hate sharks, bro. I have a like unnatural terror of sharks, and I don't know what it is. Kind of look like a storm's coming in. It's getting a little bit musty out here, dude. So we just needed a rope for that, and we needed 8 sticks for that. Do I have the sticks for this? I do have the sticks here. So if we can get yucca leaves, not to be confused with yucca plant, which are 2 different things. Yucca's edible. It's like a potato. Yucca is what you use for cordage. Let me see. Do I have any more small stones left? Oh, my meat went bad. Alright, well that's a thing to be aware of. Let's just throw that on the ground. Don't want that anywhere near us, getting us all nice and sick, but I do have nanners. So maybe I'll chug down a nanner or 2 and see how I feel after a little bit of nanner acquisition. Alright, nanner acquisition's been taken care of. We're a little bit thirsty, so I'm gonna drink my orange juice, and I'm gonna hope that that works out. And then what we needed to do is we need a knife. We can get a wooden knife, but if we break apart a stone, we can get a stone knife, and so I think I'd rather start with that. I can smash this guy right here. There we go, perfect. Alright, stone knife. I don't have all the required items. I need a small stick. Damn. Small sticks, you around here somewhere? Looks kind of washed out. I would get rid of that little foggy effect right there during the daytime, unless there's like a storm or something nasty coming in. I'm going to break this sofa while I'm over here, too. Definitely some work to be done on the sound effects level. That gave us leather, it gave us foam, and it gave us fasteners, screws and bolts, so that's good. I don't know what my backpack's going to be looking like here after I put all this stuff in it, but, like... we still got a little bit of space. We'll be okay. Let's grab a few more sticks. And stone knife has now been acquired. Is knife on my 3 key? It is indeed. It's not a bad little nap knife. Alright, let's get these little yucca plants knocked out, and that'll give us yucca leaves. Alright, so now that we have the yucca leaves, and it just gives us rope. Maybe I should like spit it out or something, but the rope is all I needed. So there's our water collector good to go. So if we get any rain anytime soon, we'll no longer be depending on the mercy of coconuts, I guess. All right, keep on spinning. How many more ropes can I get out of here? I've got a few ropes. We're not like stacked with ropes, but we've got a little pile of ropes. They're not that hard to make. So I think we'll be good on that front. Now, we need to get ourselves sheltered, so we get a little bit of shade from this guy right here, but exposure is going to be a problem. So, the shelter. We need palm fronds, and we need large sticks. Alright. Where's the front of this thing? Right there. Boom, baby. We got this. So now I just got to add my palm fronds, and then can I move this right here? Doesn't look like there's an option to move it. Can I break it? I can break it, and it looks like you get most of your materials back, but I would like the option to move something small like a bedroll. Just, like, move it around. From here, we need palm fronds, so my axe is about to go on me. I would also like the option to repair items. I think that's going to be, like, essential. I can't stand items with limited durability. I know that it's, like, a stick with some rocks attached to it. It's not really a sophisticated, like, craftsman tool. But at the end of the day, there we go, attach. At the end of the day, I would like to see it. And after processing out some wood, looks like we're good to go. So let's throw those on in there. I need one more. I mean, that guy. And there's our little lean-to, so that at least we can get in and out of the shade when required. We don't have any water inside of there, which bums me out, dude. Wish that we had water to go in there. No rainstorms or anything yet, though. General first impressions for right now, though, are that the game feels good. It feels good to play. Like, once I got the head bob and everything else turned off, the game feels fine. Like, the game feel is good. Like, the tactile feeling of just playing the game and interacting with the game feels good. And so I'm not getting the asset flip vibe here. Instead, I'm getting the, like, this game is just really early on in development vibe. And I think that if it's going to hang with its compatriots, because all games release into competition, that's just a fact. Like, when you release a survival game, your survival game is now pitting itself against all the other survival games out there, which means that it needs to have a hook. It needs to have all of those supplementary sort of accompaniment, little bits of quality of life and animations and things of that nature that all the other games have too. Otherwise, the baby's just going to get thrown out with the bathwater. But despite the fact that this one feels pretty early on right now, the basics are here, and the basics feel good, so I say let them cook. Let's see what they do with it. There are far, far, far too few sort of first-person man versus nature survival games coming out anymore. It felt like they were in vogue for a very long time with, like, the Long Dark and Stranded Deep and all that kind of stuff, and I would love to see more of that particular genre. It's a genre that I personally am drawn to, and they've got the basic stuff going right now. At this point, it's just getting all the extra animations in there for immersion reasons. It's, you know, getting full-on wound systems and stuff like that. Since the game is so heavily influenced by Green Hell, I'm guessing that they have a plan to make it so that you can, like, check your body for wounds and stuff like that too, which was always, like, a feature that I really liked of Green Hell, is that if you got bit by a snake, you had to look at your legs, figure out where the snake bite was at, you had to diagnose the snake bite, and then from there you had to get the stuff and you had to wrap it up, and then your guy would have, like, a snake bite treatment on his leg for the next couple days that you could look down and see while tooling around. That was a huge thing for me with that game that I very much loved. Like, I thought it was really cool. And so I say, like, let them cook. We'll see what they get up to with this title. I don't think it's ready for a commercial release right now. It's coming out on the 23rd, I think, in early access. So, like, if you're looking for a survival game as of the 23rd, I would just get Green Hell, I would get Long Dark, I would get Stranded Deep, I would get Fountain of Youth, I would get one of those four instead. But keep an eye on this one. It has me intrigued. It has me interested. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were checking out Project Castaway. Tomorrow we'll be checking something else out, and look at that. Gentle rains coming down. Nice, dude. It's filling up my little receptacle over here. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I will see you all later. Thank you for hanging out with me, and that's about all I got for you. Bye, folks.